Hello. Oh, stop it. Hello. I is here. I is a bird. No. I'm here in my cozy office. I say cozy office because basically, it's very warm in here. It's nice. It's just the right temperature, despite like the heater not being in the right place, but it's still being on. And yeah, don't start that. Bad. But yeah. Here I am. I wasn't here yesterday mainly because I felt a little bit like nobody was going to be here since nobody was here like the time before, and that's not me complaining. That's just like, it was just very and simple. I was just like, probably no one's going to show up. I'll just keep working, which is good because I ended up working on the Oktoberfest video, which is the last of the time sensitive videos. Everything else is kind of like it doesn't matter when it comes out, apart from some people wanting certain videos to come out precisely. Not it's just that there was the pumpkin video, the orc video, and the Oktoberfest video. They all kind of were going to be late anyway. But I just wanted to get them out there, and yeah. Has anyone seen those? Does anybody like those? Are they good? I have issues with all of them. Oh god! Excuse me. I have issues with all of them except for the cop video. The cop video was just irritating to film because my friend's face was visible for a lot of the shots, which I had to get rid of because I couldn't, I didn't want to screw up and basically like have the effect or the overlay of the like pixelation and all that stuff. I didn't want to screw up. Stop yawning. Roscoe, you've met me. I don't yawn all the time, do I? Why is it only when I'm on camera? What gives? Yes, I didn't want to risk the effects like screwing up or anything. Usually, it's whenever I do work editing work professionally, I don't have to worry about this because if it screws up, if I screw up the pixelation on the face or the censoring or whatever, then the person that I've edited for will watch the video, say that the effect screwed up or I screwed up the effect or whatever. They'll word it more delicately somehow, and then don't say sneezing because I imagine everything that ever you remember. I imagine everything, so I just imagined what that would feel like. Oh my god! Stop! Enough. That actually hurt my throat because I yawned and was kind of like internally screaming at myself at the same time. Anyway, they would basically send it back to me and say, it's like it's not good enough. Fix it. And I didn't want to basically risk it. So, unfortunately, half of half of one of the shots basically has been there's like 4 shots, and half of one's gone completely, and half of the one of them is completely cut out because basically his face is visible in a lot of it. And like I said, I respect his anonymity. You know, he's got a good reason for him not wanting to show his face in my videos, and I completely respect that, and I understand that. I am lucky. I'm very, very lucky to have a friend of, like, have him as a friend and have him appear in my videos in the first place, even if his face is covered. I'm very lucky. It's a real shame as well, because he's got a really cute face. He has got a very cute face. Oddly enough, when he's wearing like a mask or something, like when he's wearing that mask or where he's wearing a pup hood, it does look cuter. Like his features are kind of like cuter. I don't know what that is. If it's just a more pleasing, you know, that I can itemize, you know, individual parts of his face. I don't know what it is, but essentially it's kind of like it just. I think he looks a bit cute with like a bag over his head. He sometimes watches some of these on playback. I can't help it if you look cute with a bag over your face. I can't. I'm sorry, you know. If I can just see your eyes, you know, like they're so expressive and very cute. Anyway, I'm very lucky that he's even in any of the videos and even helps me with some of the videos. I'm very lucky that he lets me shoot some of the videos at his place. I am very, very lucky for my friends. I do appreciate that. I really do. So, as a sign of respect, I basically am not using a bunch of footage for the orc video. However, he is in the orc video a lot, sometimes unintentionally. That's why a lot of that footage is not being used. However, it is pretty good. I did think that one was pretty good. The only thing I didn't like about that video, literally the only thing I didn't like about that video, is that I didn't want to get green paint on him, on his skin. Apparently he's got allergy issues to do with body paint. Totally understand. That's why my back is not painted. However, when I was editing it and when I watched it over before it was put onto YouTube, it's super noticeable and it's really kind of like, it's so distracting to me anyway. But yeah, I think the rest of the video, I think that works. I think that works really well. I even like some of the music that I chose for it. I think that kind of works too. For some reason, the randomizer kept picking really slow, sad music, which is a little bit creepy. You know, it's like my computer's trying to tell me something. I don't want to edit this anymore. It's weird. You're weird. But no, I had to basically I kept hitting shuffle until I found a good track, and then I put that in, and then some of it really lined up nicely. So I really like the orc video. The other videos, however, I have an issue with. First, there's the pumpkin video. I do not know what's happening with the sound in that video. I know I've already said this in a previous stream, but it does sound like it's underwater, and I don't get why. There is nothing that I can think of that basically is the reason for this. I previously thought it was the phone case. However, after editing the Oktoberfest video, which also had burpees in it and stuff, that audio is a lot clearer than the pumpkin video, and that was taken before. I think I did have the case then for the phone, but I don't know. It's gonna need further testing. It's gonna need further testing. But yeah, the pumpkin video is just like I said, the audio is not that great. I didn't think I did a good enough job with the actual picture on my tummy. I'm actually really kind of like disappointed in myself for not being able to do that correctly. I get that I was rushed. I felt rushed, and stuff. And I'm not blaming anybody for that. It's my own fault. I was rushing it, and yeah, I every time I see a picture of that, or like see the video or whatever, it's kind of like that doesn't. It just looks so off and like squibbly, especially at the front. So yeah. The Oktoberfest video is actually nothing wrong with the video itself, and there's nothing wrong with the audio itself. It's literally something's going on with my editing software, because I had a weird glitch with my editing software where it wanted me to pay for it again. And I've already explained this in another stream, but ever since then, editing stuff has gotten a bit more difficult. So it's just little weird glitches that keep coming up, and I don't know what happened to my editing software, because it's the same software. It's been uploaded to my computer. It got deleted and then it got re-uploaded to my computer. So I don't understand why um, some audio files keep going after I've ended a clip. So basically, it will be as if like the screen went black now, and all of a sudden it would be like that. You could hear like two more words of a sentence after I cut the clip and put another clip on. The audio will bleed into the. It's so annoying. This never happened before. And it probably, a lot of you probably didn't notice it. Anybody that watched the video probably didn't even notice it, but now you're going to notice it, because I keep noticing it. It's really irritating. Like I'll burp and then I'll cut. I would have cut that clip and then put like something else next to it. But you can still hear me. You hear me burp, and then you hear me like either sneeze or then say something to the camera or something right afterwards, even though that clip has stopped. Even after you've stopped seeing that clip and you're seeing the next clip. I don't know how to stop this. The only way I can think of stopping it is by basically cutting the clip early. But if I cut the clip early, I could miss the audio that I was supposed to try to capture. You see? So yeah, I don't know what's going on. That is a mystery. I've looked through the settings. I can't figure out what's going on with that particular audio issue, but that's just one of the issues. There are a couple more issues, but it's editing shit. It's so annoying. It's so frustrating. Yeah. So yeah, but other than those problems, I think that the past 3 videos that I've uploaded so far have been okay. They've been pretty good or okay. I still got like a couple more to go to edit. I was going to do one right now, but I have a kind of like a mini request. I basically have the house to myself this weekend. I want to film something because I haven't filmed something for a long time, and when I went to my friends in Newcastle's, I got to film stuff, and I really enjoy that. I really enjoy filming stuff as well as editing stuff, even if I do have to look at myself a lot. So yeah, I was hoping to do like a LiveTUBBSweekly thing, just like now, and then kind of like get on with filming that like now, depending on what it is. I feel like I've got a couple of video requests that I didn't do when I was in my depression and my COVID symptoms, like not so long ago. But I can't find them. I did have at least an email with a request in it that I could do, and I was excited to do once I was better. I now can't find that email. I should have saved it or archived it properly. I didn't. I feel bad about that. Like really bad. I'm gonna do another like quick search for it and everything as well. So that's something. So yeah, I mean that's it. That's the news. That's how everything's going. Yeah. Roscoe, is this episode of Loki the last one? Like ever? I don't know if you've seen it or what, but I kind of like I want to know because I don't want it to end, but it kind of feels like it's over. No offense. Like if you haven't seen it, like no spoilers or anything. That's the one that I've got to edit next. It's that one and then one more, I think. So yeah, you've seen it. Yeah, is it the last one? I feel like this is very unsatisfied. I just feel very unsatisfied with it. You know, it's like I liked it. It's just that I kind of feel like it should have gone on for like another hour. You know? Yeah. Okay. Lame. No, really, that does bum me out. Like that felt like it could be a 7 season long thing. You know? I felt like it could be an actual TV series, not basically a 2 season mini movie. Because it just felt like a TV movie. So yeah, like a spin off or something would be nice. I don't know. Didn't she though? Didn't she though? I thought her whole thing was that like is that she now has a chance to do whatever she wants. Sort of living in an apocalypse is. Well, no, she started with running continuously from the TVA. Like her whole thing ended in season one. After season one, she basically got what she wanted after season one. How's it going? I did that bit, Charlie. That was the beginning of the stream. Okay. Hey, Panafox. Should I just get in on editing, or should I actually like go and film something? I'm kind of confused. I'm kind of like conflicted of what to do. I've had a very strange day today because Damon and everybody in the house have basically left to go to Manchester to go to a party, to go to a bear party, and My sleep has been knocked upside down. I don't know why, but ever since I got back from that birthday dinner, I couldn't sleep that night, and then I slept like last night, technically, this morning, like really early. And I woke up at like 4 p.m. Yeah, I woke up at like 4 p.m. So basically, like, I don't know what to do now. So yeah. Dude, spoilers. Not everybody's seen it. Hey, Panafox. Anyway, yeah, so I've kind of got like, I've got a little bit of energy to spend doing something, and it's either playing Sea Skylines, which I've kind of already done. I've done a bit of that. If I do end up playing City Skylines, I will do that for the next 4 hours. So I kind of like, I want to do something productive. So it's either filming or editing. The thing is, I don't really know what to film, and I don't have a prompt or anything. And editing yesterday was hectic. Well, it wasn't hectic. It was just frustrating because of the whole sound problem that I mentioned. So I'm just like, I kind of don't care if I do editing now, you know. But if I film something, then I will have to leave, which is really annoying. Which I don't really want to do because people are here, including Itchy, who barked at me. You've never done that ever. What did she do? Dude, she changed everything. That was the whole problem. That was the whole problem. After season 1, she changed everything and then fucked off. Like, she was done and she wanted to try everything and be happy. It's like, yeah, I totally understand that. That's cool. He was feeling it. Which is, I'm glad to see you back. It's been like forever since Itchy's been in the chat room. Now I really don't know what to do. How is everybody else doing? How's everybody else doing? Oh boy. Really? You're so good? Why? Like, I'm happy for you. It's just that it's kind of like that hardly ever happens. What's going on? You got and Palafox got home from his mom's. His mom's. Why do Americans say mom? It's mum. M-U-M, not M-O-M. It sounds like you're saying it's a cow mum. Work was absolute worst. Okay. Is it because it's over? Is it because it's over? Is that why? It's whatever, dude. You just got to work there for a few more years. Sorry. Oh, I am so looking forward to seeing you like twice next year. I'm really looking forward to that. because it looks like I am going to be able to actually get money for my flight together, which is cool. I'm still going to not have any money after Disney for sure, but I won't have any money while I'm in Vegas as well. But still, like two times itchy exposure. You said exposed when I was it was a yeah. Well, I read it at the same time as I was saying the word, and it was like, that's funny to me, even though that's probably not funny. TB today. What is TB? Is that tuberculosis? Do you get like a shot for that? You get like a shot for that. Isn't that something that you basically like? You get when you're a baby. You get vaccinated for that when you're a baby, and also when you're in school. I don't know how America works when it comes to the whole, kid vaccination thing. It's kind of like mandatory in schools and stuff, in public schools in the United Kingdom. You basically get like there'll be a day when everybody has to like check the wall to see where their name is so that they can see what time that they have to be in like certain parts of the school to be stabbed in the arm for certain vaccinations and stuff. Like we got like two tetanus ones and stuff, and we also got like a tuberculosis one and a oh, what's the other one? There's another one. I know we got polio when I was really little. Got the polio stabby. I've never liked needles, so basically I've always like when I was at school, I kind of like I actually got out of being vaccinated for the tuberculosis one because they'd written in somebody's name who was very close to my name, so he technically had to get a shot twice, but he didn't, obviously. But that meant that my name wasn't on there at all. So I just told everybody in school that I've had the vaccine, so that I didn't get stabbed in the arm. Um, yeah, and then like a month happened. A month happened. A month. There was like a month of nothing being mentioned about it at all, and then um, I basically my mother had to come to the school to talk to a teacher about something, and there was like no information besides just like just my mum saying I have to go to your school. I've been summoned to your school. And I was like, I have no idea what this is about. What did I do? Oh my god, what am I in trouble for? Jesus. And yeah, basically my form tutor uh like was just sitting in the classroom, told my told me and my mother to come in, and he just said it's like, so he's not had his vaccination. I assume he's told you this. And I was like, oh fuck. Because my mother would definitely like this. This is the sort of shit she would not tolerate me lying to her about anything. And I had come home like a month before, I had come home and said, "Yep, got shot. It doesn't look like it's doing anything, so didn't react or anything. So yep." And that's all that we talked. That's it. That's all I said about the whole situation. So my mother was kind of like furious, a little bit furious. Um, and then I had to get stabbed in the arm the next week, and it was like, oh, but like I was told so many times that I had caused so much trouble and been like for the school, for my parents, for like yeah, I basically like just I can't have been the only person who's ever done this. I can't have been the only person who's ever done this. What the fuck? But I just remember it being a huge deal. It was so uncool because then basically like for the rest of that term, that little that little bit of the term, um, like all of my friends basically classified me as a liar because I told all of them that yeah I got the shot, but I didn't talk about it or anything. And it was so annoying. Panafox, I didn't say that I didn't. When did I say that I did that didn't happen? I didn't say that that didn't happen. Doc said it takes 2 weeks to find out if you're positive or not. So I'm basically, isn't it kind of like a not thing? Isn't this kind of like a Victorian disease? You know, am I just trying? Is my brain just protecting me, trying to make me feel less worried about you? Is that what it is? Because I'm pretty sure that even if you do have it, it's curable, like relatively easily curable. Also, what is it with you and like health stuff happening to you? What is your deal, huh? Um. Oh no, you have to stay away from him. Right, got it. Yeah. But I also got the shot when I was little and at school too, so I'm more just annoyed. Does this mean you get like time off work or anything? Is that what it is? You're off easy. I would have. Yeah, like I said, I didn't say that. I said that my mother was furious. Like I assume that that covered that. Like I got super punished and stuff, right? You know. Do you remember the last time my mother was furious? The last my mother is bad story. Do you remember this? The whole thing about like threatening to send me off to an orphanage to the point where I thought that that might actually be nice. You know, she had like psychologically like manipulated me into thinking that I would rather go to an orphanage than stay around her. So that wasn't even a threat anymore. Do you remember this? You make it sound like I had some cushy childhood. What are you talking about? No, I'm telling Panafox again. Yeah, but redneck hicks are dumb as fuck and don't believe vaccines, and he was a dude. No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about you. Didn't you get the vaccine? You're good, right? You just said that. Like, also, he's still alive. Like I said, I'm not that worried. You know, like, sorry, but it's not a terminal disease now. You know, sorry, you're not off work. I would play it up. What? Can't you just play it up? Don't you get sick leave? I'm pretty sure you get you'd be allowed sick leave if like something like this happened to you, right? Isn't that one of the benefits, in fact, of like working your job, right? You're off tomorrow and Sunday. Okay. Well, you know, at least you got the weekend off. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like, yeah, wouldn't you have the weekend off anyway? What are the benefits of your job again? I'm confused. Wasn't this whole point that you would get this job because of the benefits, right? What are you doing, Itchy? Somebody needs to replace the captain of your brain chip because he's drunk at the wheel. Sorry. Sorry. Please don't be mad. You told me about the orphanage thing. I just remember like because it was like I was really little. I don't remember exactly like everything about it exactly. I just remember I just got like this memory. It's seared into my brain of kind of like I don't know how to feel about this as a young person. I don't know how old I was. I don't know how to feel about this as a like less than 7 year old. I think I was 7. Feels like I was 7. Um, this is a very complicated set of emotions to have when my mother caught me packing my socks into a suitcase, and she said that like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Well, I'm packing for the orphanage." She's like, "We'd never send you to an orphanage," as if it was some kind of crazy thing that I thought up. As if she never said this, as if she never threatened this. And like I said, my 7 year old brain couldn't comprehend the mixed emotion thing. It was kind of like, yeah, no, oh, yay. But now that I'm older, I can realize what that process of feelings was, and it was bitter disappointment. It was kind of like I was relieved that nothing would change, so I didn't have to do anything. But also, I was super disappointed that I wasn't gonna that nothing would change. It was very strange feeling for a 7 year old. So yeah, I'm less nervous about it than I was before. My coworker who was with me legit made it seem we were about to die or something. Like you're gonna make me look it up. I'm gonna have to look this up to see if I have to be more worried than I am. See, now I don't know how to feel about this. Oh my god. Okay. I'm just asking Google, how bad is TB? Hmm. Yeah, if not treated properly, it can be fatal. But the rest of this information basically is like, it's just like, oh, it's a bacterial infection of blah 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 blah. It can affect these things, but at the bottom it says if not treated properly, TB disease can be fatal. This tells me that there are fucking tons of treatments as well. Yep, yep. You're fine. You're fine. Stop it. Don't scare me. Like, seriously. Stop it. It's okay. We don't live in the Victorian past. Victorian past. We don't live in Victorian times. Okay, you know, you're living in the future. Remember. So I just remember that episode of Lower Decks where somebody basically gets stabbed through the chest with a piece of metal, and like one of the characters is like, it's like, you live on a spaceship in the future. Don't worry about it. You're not going to die from you're being impaled. You know, nobody dies on a spaceship from being impaled. You know, it's kind of like that with like, you know, Victorian diseases. You know what? You know what? In Edwardian and Victorian times, if you got TB, then like if you worked a good enough job, then they would send you to and buy a house for you somewhere nice and warm and dry, or the seaside. And even back then, yes, a lot of people died from it, but a lot of people didn't die from it. Just saying. Yeah. Like, yes, definitely get fucking treatment for TB, for consumption. Definitely get treatment for that. But sorry. So I just realised who I'm talking to, because it's like you know, it's consumption. Its old name it was consumption, and you know, you're itchy. You the guy who wants to be consumed. So it's just funny. But yeah, I definitely get treated for it. But yeah, nobody dies of consumption these days. It doesn't happen. You'll be fine. I like that. I just like imagined you being like, "That is me. I do like that." Yeah, I think this is a write-off. This whole stream is a write-off. I'm not going to be able to like put a video together like right now, and it's too late for me to do any editing. So yeah, that's kind of exactly what happened. You're reminding me of like you're reminding me of the only good line from the shark from that horrible CG shark tail movie. You know, the Will Smith is a fish kind of shark tail thing. Horrible, terrible movie. Stupid as fuck. I hate it. Lame. Um, but there's one good line, and that's basically like when he runs away from the shark, and then he basically like the shark like smacks into something, and then it rolls over as if it's died and everything, and then somebody from like the city is kind of like points at him and says, it's like, that guy just killed a shark. And like, you know, Will Smith's character is kind of like it's like, oh no, wait, actually, yeah, exactly how it looks, that's how it is. It's like, yep, I like that one. That's the only good line of that fucking movie. I hate that movie so much. Oh yeah, I liked when shark licks up the fish. Oh yeah, of course you did. Of course you did. Of course, yeah. Of course you did. However, they're fish. You know. Yeah, they're fish. My brain was like, sharks are fish. don't don't do this. Don't break my brain. It's not worth it. It's not. It's like, no, whales. Whales are not the things that aren't fish. You know, somebody in my brain ship was kind of like, you know, just like because everybody was asking, well, are sharks fish? And like, thankfully, somebody smart in my head was like, no, it's whales. It's whales and dolphins and orcas and stuff. They're the ones that aren't actually fish. It's like, oh yeah, not sharks. No, not even whale sharks. Sharks are all fish. I'm really liking the walrus idea. I'm still really liking the walrus idea. And the seal. I like the seal walrus idea. Anyway, yeah, now what am I going to do? Now what am I going to do? What are you going to do, Richie? You said that it could take a couple of weeks to get this test thing done, which is great. Super great that they're making you wait this long for, you know, that. But yeah. Got a good weekend planned. I don't know what to say. It's unofficially a bear shirt, technically. If you understand what it is, then it's unofficially a bear shirt. Unofficially. Do you get how it's a bear shirt? Oh, I don't know if I said this on a stream. I don't know if I talked about this on a stream yet, but like a couple of days ago. Well, actually, I think it was just a day ago, so I probably haven't said it on stream. A Daddy Log's gross spider just like fell off the shelf just here onto my desk, and I was like, "Oh, get the gun!" I got the gun. I pointed it in the right direction, and it was gone. So yeah, now that's floating around my office, which is not good because I hate those things. I hate those ones in particular. And yeah, it just hasn't reappeared since. I really hate that. So it's kind of like left me a bit paranoid about touching my desk. You don't get the bear reference? Who was the guy who made this? Like, who made this, and also who made the creature that goes, "Ah." Yes, it was Dean. Yeah, Dean did Dean did all of that. Yeah. 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 He basically basically yeah, after the Lilo and Stitch stuff, he basically, I keep saying basically, stop it. He essentially left and worked for DreamWorks, and like his big contribution. Did he run DreamWorks as well for a little while? I just remember seeing a picture and then like him in an article about that, but I'm not entirely sure that's right. Anyway, yeah, he made the Dragon series. He made that, you know, he made that movie, and then he made the series of movies, which I don't personally like. I don't personally like the movies. I want to. I wanted to for so long, but I can't get it. I can't get over it. He basically enslaved that dragon. I can't get over that. But I want to like it. I've heard such good stuff about it, but it's like I can't. No, I can't do it. It doesn't mean I'm gonna buy all. I'm not gonna buy all of the Blu-rays for the special features of like certain person talking about it and stuff. But apart from that, seriously, Dean is like super hot. I really fucking love that guy. Like to the point where I know I won't survive if I actually met him in person. I wouldn't do it. It wouldn't work. I would basically have a heart attack. I would die. I'd die happy, but yeah. Hell, I get palpitations every time he talks to me. It's like, thank you. I say, like, I send him a couple of messages and like, and he always sends like really nice messages back. And when I get those messages, he's always like complimenting me on something, and it's always like, thank you so much. Oh, it's like in Wayne's World. That's what I should have mentioned. It's kind of like in Wayne's World. If he ever actually talked to me back in person, I would just have to do the whole, we, I'm not worthy, kind of thing. We are worms. We suck. But yeah, that'd be you, Nick Frost. Okay. I'm sorry. He keeps being lame. I can't help it. I want to like Nick Frost again. I do. But then I learnt too much. And then he was okay-ish. And then he became a dick again. I'm sorry, I can't. Ugh. He just made bomb-ass cookbook? What? Well, for one thing, he's a weirdo stoner that made fun of Trekkie fans. Of Trekkies. People who like Star Trek. And the making fun of people that he basically made fun of people that like Star Trek in a kind of jokey way, but it sounded so genuine that it's hard not to see past it. Because he basically like was taking the piss out of Simon Pegg, but the way he said it was just like it was painful. It kind of hurt, He hasn't done anything, in my opinion, to make up for that in the first place. So yeah, I thought it was super into sci-fi. Okay. Sorry, but lots of weirdo stoners are into sci-fi. Some of them are cute. Just like it means that I just I don't want to hang out with them. I'm not interested. He was dissing it because Simon was in it. Don't do that, Itchy. Don't do that. Don't try to make me read an Essex accent. Don't put the words. Don't put the accent back in my head. Don't do it. I will actually punish you. Hmm. But yeah, I mean, it's mainly the weirdo stoner thing that basically I just like. I sometimes can get over, but then he reminds me about it, and it's just like, yeah, it's like a total boner killer. So yeah, like I can watch him in things, and I can like that particular character, you know. Um, like there's like a mini series that he did that was Mr. Sloan or something, where he's a teacher in like in the 40s or the 50s. I think it's the 1950s, or it might even be the 60s or something. But yeah, and it's like, yes, very much yes. I like this character. This character's cute. This is very sweet. Yeah, very sweet character. You know, him in Spaced even was like, he's like, that to me is peak Nick Frost. That's, yeah, I really like that character in Spaced. It's mainly because he kind of acted like he was whacked in the head. Plus, there is one specific fantasy, you know, like a referring fantasy, in which he's basically laying on a bed, half naked, and it's like, yep, yeah, you know, with the glasses on and everything. It's like, yep. Plus, he had a mustache, and he looked good with a mustache. You know, the boat that rocked was pretty good. He was in that too. Again, it's like it's people, it's people that he plays that I'm actually attracted to. Nick Frost as a person is kind of a douchebag, in my opinion. I'm sorry, you know. And it literally is only those specific things that I've mentioned. It's like everything else that he's been in he's been kind of an asshole. Cuban Fury, yes. Again, that's another one. Yep, that's another one. I mostly like just the general concept of that movie though, and the random Simon Pegg cameo is perfect. But that's it. Hot Fuzz, I've kind of like as much as I want to really enjoy and love that movie, I overwatched it. I overwatched Hot Fuzz. That was when I basically Hot Fuzz came out when I moved out for the first time, and it was like the only DVD that I owned. You know, um, for like a couple of months because I didn't have any money. So basically, it was kind of like it was on in the background. You know, I showed it to all my friends that hadn't seen it yet. You know, I took it with me to their house and we watched TV and stuff. You know, I showed everybody that movie, and I am now sick of it. And I hate that because when I first the whole reason why it was one of the only DVDs, the only movie that I owned like a couple of other TV series DVDs and stuff because I got those when I was living with my parents. Um, but that was the only movie that I owned, you know. Um, so yeah, lame. That's my fault. And yeah, he would be cute, but he's a bit too stupid. He's a bit too stupid in that, you know. It's a bit too dumb. Yeah. Sometimes um, being a complete doofus is adorable. I mean, I like you, but you know, it's just that when it comes to like a policeman officer. When it comes to like certain job titles and stuff, I kind of like need them to be a bit more intelligent. I think, you know, for me to be attracted to them. So yeah, Olivia Colman though in that movie in a police outfit. I don't know what it was, but yes, I was yes, yes. It's so weird that she was the queen. It's so weird. Perfect casting, but at the same time, weird. I love her in everything that she's in. I love her in everything she's in. She's so good. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, I'm not a fan. Is that it? Is that the only person? Really? Is that your big like celebrity crush, Nick Frost? Oh, he was in Nick Frost was in a TV, like a TV series where he was the captain of a ship, and that was actually pretty good. Like that series was pretty good, and he does look very nice in it. But again, it's the character. I think it's because he's slightly obnoxious. Like he comes off as kind of like a bit obnoxious, like in person. Like like I watched when I watched Spaced. I watched the commentary. You know, I listened to the commentary for Spaced, and whenever he's in it, he seems funny and actually interesting, and like I would like to hang out with him. Whatever happened to him after Spaced is kind of like it, then he became kind of obnoxious and a bit of a dick. I'm sorry. You haven't heard of that one? I cannot remember what it's called. I think it's called Hyperdrive or something. I think it's called Hyperdrive. But he's the captain of the ship, and it's actually not bad. It's actually kind of funny. It's not good to rewatch it, but if you haven't seen it before, it's not bad. It is funny. You know, there's basically like there's one case in which like they go to this planet and these aliens have this laser that like the way that they kill people is by capital punishment is by like putting you in front of this giant laser, and they're basically like all the prisoners shall be destroyed, they'll be disintegrated by this giant laser, and you get like a prisoner gets put in front of it, and like they will be totally disintegrated and destroyed, and then they turn it on, and it kind of like just like beams into this guy's stomach in 3 days. And then he kind of like he's just like because he's handcuffed onto this like vertical table, and he's like, and they're like, "Don't move." it's real. I mean, it's little things like that. It's only like a few episodes long. It only lasted like one season, but it's little things like that are really good, and I really do want that on DVD, on Blu-ray, whatever. But I can never find it anywhere. But it's good. It is good. I think it is called Hyperdrive. Look, I'm gonna find it out now. I'm gonna find it now. I saw the first season of that. It's okay. I'm sorry, but it wasn't worth a follow up. It wasn't worth it. Although he's cute in that too. Like his character is kind of cute in that. Although I don't know. Hyperdrive television series. Nope, that's wrong. Hyperdrive BBC. A sci-fi British comedy about the adventures of Her Majesty's ship Camden Lock in the year 2151. Its mission to convince alien governments to relocate their businesses to Britain. Yeah. It kind of sounds lame, doesn't it? 88% liked this TV show. Okay. Oh, it's available on Amazon in the UK. Yeah, it was only one season. It was only one season. Do you want to see the pictures? Come on, focus. Oh, did it get canned? Like I said, I don't think it was worth a follow up. That's not helpful. I turned the screen so that I can get a bigger picture. It made it even tinier on my phone. Like that character in the future is cute. I'm so bummed. It only lasted one season. I think it's because it doesn't actually look like Nick Frost, like at all. The beard kind of just the shorter beard kind of just adds something that enables him to be a different person. Kind of. Why aren't you focusing ever? Focus. I mean, that doesn't really look like Nick Frost. I think that's what it is. Also, I know he's taller than me and stuff. Although now I'm not so sure. Does he have my exact proportions? It's just that in that first picture that I showed you guys, like those are kind of my proportions. You know, thick neck, short arms, uh, like round body. Those kind of are my proportions. It's never gonna focus. Do it. There we go. Is he also a corgi man? I know the woman that he's standing next to, Amanda something. She is actually really tall. But how tall is Nick Frost? How tall is Usain Bolt? I don't care. Is Tom Cruise, Tyson Fury, Rishi Sunak, Taylor Swift? Really? Um, Nick Frost. 1.7 meters. I don't know what that is. Okay, he's tall. What? 5'7"? Yeah, it says 5'7". He's Itchy. Is the only reason why you like me because I'm Nick Frost shaped. Is that what it is? I definitely am heavier than him right now. Wasn't he going on like a weight loss kick? He's 51. He was born in Dagenham. That's in Essex. I knew there was a reason why I didn't like him. Like as a person. Yeah, you can't like him, Itchy. I'm sorry. He's from Essex. You don't like. You shouldn't like people from Essex. He grew up in Romford. He grew up in Romford. That's where I'm from. That's where I grew up, not where I'm from. Yeah, I want to like this guy, but I can't. I can't do it. I just can't. I'm sorry. Now that I know that. No. Oh, he was in that film that you saw when you came here as well. I just remembered. Really lame film. I'm so stupid. Itchy, I'm picking the next movie that we go to. Okay, I'm gonna make it incredibly artsy fartsy and shit, just for you. You know, the next Star Trek film. Oh, that's probably never gonna happen unless Disney comes out and just buys Star Trek already. Jesus, just do it. I know you. I knew you didn't see it before you went, but I know what kind of movies that you like. Stupid one. I went for the experience anyway, but yeah, one of the main reasons why I wanted to go see that movie is because Nick Frost was in it, and he was a druggy bastard. So yeah, I did like that in the in the last of the Cornetto trilogy movies. That, you know, I kind of wish that that was actually Nick Frost in that last one. I can't remember what it's called, the World's End or something. I kind of wish that that was Nick Frost. Like that was him. That was actually him. You know, but it's not. And that's sad because yeah, the nicely chunky guy in a nice suit, that can go crazy. Wait, that's me. No. I wish I had a nice suit. But yeah, anyway, I kind of wish it was that. I wish that guy was like Nick Frost, but it's not Nick Frost. He's actually the complete opposite, and that's a shame. Anyway, we've just talked for like a long time. I feel kind of bad that I haven't done anything. Well, no, his. What I mean, is that his character in that is kind of like the one that I most identify with, that I've ever identified with Nick Frost. You know, I basically like. I've seen a bunch of my friends that live in Essex from high school that are, except for one of them, a little bit garbage. They've all kind of had garbage lives. You know, and yes, I'm not sitting in a fancy office or anything, and I'm not in a suit, but it's kind of like, yeah, like he goes to a pub, he kind of like, he drinks like his entire beer or two. Does he drinks more than that, like really quickly. That's me. Yep, I've done that. And yeah, when he flips, he basically has kind of like that charging rhino energy that you can't really stop, and it's like, yeah, well, that's pretty me. That's pretty much me. Although, thankfully, I don't think anybody's ever seen that. That's like watching this, so that's good. He chugs 5 beers. Yeah, I've done that. He chugs 5 pints of beer. Well, that's what I mean. I kind of wish that that was actually Nick Frost. If Nick, because I identify with that guy, with that character in particular. You know. But yeah, he didn't even make a good Santa. I'm sorry, he didn't even make a good Santa. And I was really bummed about that because I was like, well, he's going to make a good Santa at least. And he didn't make a good Santa. My penis didn't move at all. It was really, really disappointing. Trying to remember the name of that guy. Trying to remember like the name of that guy. I don't watch Stranger Things, but is it Hooper? Is it that guy? Like that's where he became the most famous. But he was also like in other stuff. But I really liked him as the Russian Captain America. You know, I really like that family dynamic that everybody has in the. I was going to say Scarlet Witch then. No, in the Black Widow movie. I really love that family dynamic. I really do. Also, the woman that plays the like kind of like mother of the family and stuff like that, Rachel Weisz. I can't remember her name. Really annoyed at that. Like I've always loved her as well in like a lot of stuff that she did as well. Like she was really good in The Mummy. Had a real bad crush on her when she was in The Mummy. But yeah, like when he played Santa, yes, could have been a bit chubbier, but yes, that guy, yes, had an erection. Nick Frost plays Santa, yeah. Yeah, it was funny. I did think he was funny in that. I did like that he wasn't insulted that she named a pig after him. He was just kind of like it was more just kind of like asking her. He wasn't like it's like, ew, how could you name a pig after me? He was like, you named a pig after me? Kind of almost happy. It was like, oh, you know, I love that guy. That guy was cute and sweet. Apparently, that actor as well, by the way, is a fucking teddy bear. Apparently, he is like one of the sweetest people in the whole fucking world. He's so nice. It's kind of like the Jason Momoa effect, you know. It's like the bigger, more intimidating that you appear to be, the action, actually how your sweetness level goes up, because like Jason Momoa was in Stargate Atlantis before he was in anything else except for Baywatch. He was apparently in Baywatch, in like Baywatch Hawaii or something. I don't know. But yeah, was it Baywatch Miami? I don't know which Baywatch he was in, but Jason Momoa was in Stargate Atlantis, and I've watched like a ton of promotional material that's attached to that on the DVDs and shit. And yeah, he's apparently a huge teddy bear, and according to the Game of Thrones DVDs as well, he's also still a huge teddy bear. Like Jason Momoa is apparently one of the sweetest guys in the world, but I've also heard the same thing about that guy as well, and it's just like, yeah, I can see that. I like that guy. Wait, are you talking about the horror comedy he was in? What? Is that the Santa thing? Honestly, I just watched a clip compilation. I haven't seen the whole thing all the way through. I watched a clip compilation of all his Santa bits when he's Santa. While I was doing something. It's the daddy brow. It's definitely the daddy brow. You know, the smile combined with the daddy brow. At the same time, is kind of like it made me grunt. It made me orc grunt. I full on orc grunted. The kind of like half pig, half human grunt thing that I sometimes do. It made me do that. That's a very much yes. Oh, that's what I meant to ask you guys about. I don't know if I mentioned this in the last live stream. Um, in one of the live streams, did I just talk about Russell Crowe for a long time, or was I actually talking to somebody else about Russell Crowe? I know Russell Crowe's been mentioned at least twice in long discussions, both when I actually saw this and when I didn't see this. I feel like I have done this on live stream. The movie Unhinged. I watched the movie Unhinged, and while I was watching the movie, I was like, this guy kind of looks like Russell Crowe, but he's fat. Like he's really fat. Like this is a trucker, but it looks like Russell Crowe. What's going on here? And then I was pretty sure it was Russell Crowe by the end of it, but he had kind of like he had the daddy brow thing going on. And also, I don't know if anybody knows this, but Russell Crowe has a slight lazy eyes like thing. Like one of his eyes doesn't really match, and that kind of adds to the kind of like the brute kind of effect that he had in this movie in particular. And it was like, yeah, that's Russell Crowe, and it said so in the credits that it was Russell Crowe. But yeah, it's Unhinged. The movie's called Unhinged. Like, totally, everybody go watch that movie. It's like, it's hilarious. It's you actually it almost makes you care. It almost makes you give a shit. But it's just hilarious how basically how nobody gets it. You know, it's like I refuse to believe that everybody is this much of a coward. You know, like I'm just gonna say it. It's like minor spoilers. I don't know how long this happens into it. It feels like this happens it happens like at the beginning of the film. Basically, Russell Crowe's character, again, this kind of like trucker dude, this fat bearded trucker dude, murders somebody in the middle of a diner, a big one, a big diner with in the middle of the day, and then walks out. No one stops him. But yeah, like Russell Crowe in Unhinged, you should totally look that up. It's like you don't believe it. And this was only like I think it was it the next project after Nice Guys or something. I can't remember when this was, but yeah. Yeah, he just has that. He has that. He has the daddy brow just like automatically. You know, he just has that. He has the pronounced brow thing going on. But yeah, God, he's so skinny in that picture. Like every time that I've seen other pictures of him, oh my God, he was on the front of that magazine that they always put up in like cigar bars and stuff, Cigar Aficionado or something, Aficionado or something. Um, but yeah, it's like he looks super skinny in that picture for some reason. I'll watch Unhinged. You'll probably like it. It's supposed to be a thriller kind of thing. Basically like this woman like blares her horn at this guy after she was cut off by him, and that's it. He goes super crazy and decides to make it his personal responsibility to make this woman's life a living hell. I missed the first 5 minutes of the movie, so there might be more to it, but essentially, that's what I got from the movie. He has no other connection with this woman besides that. Um, but yeah, have you looked up pictures? I'm going to do it anyway because I kind of want to be reminded. 2020 film. Oh my God! When you look up Unhinged, then it's really obvious that that's Russell Crowe. Like there's just lots of his face, and you're like, yeah, but honestly, when it's in motion, it's a bit hard to. But yeah, there are a lot of shots of him standing in profile, and his tummy is huge. Like it's as big as me. He's that after being in Nice Guys. How? How? It doesn't look fake. It looks totally real. You know, it's like I said, the very first moment I saw him in that movie in motion and stuff. It's like, yeah, it's like that guy looks like Russell Crowe. It's not Russell Crowe, but it looks like him. And then I found out it was him. Anyway, yeah. Apparently he's gotten nicer. Apparently Russell Crowe's incredibly mellow now. Like, I have no idea what changed. It's like after he was in the Superman movies, um, whenever I've heard people talking about him or interviews with him, his demeanor seems to have changed. He seems to be a lot nicer. It's weird. I don't get it because during the Superman movie, apparently he was a douchebag, and he was just generally not a nice person. So I never really had a thing for Russell Crowe, but apparently now, ever since the Superman movie, he was he's mellowed out a lot. Yeah, even in this poster, I can see that he's definitely got something. There's some like a lazy eye thing going on. I do know that. Yeah, this is what I mean. This is what I mean. It's not going to do it. If you just saw this picture, no context, you'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's like my uncle or something," right? You can also see kind of like the lazy eye thing. That's Russell Crowe. I kind of want to go back in time with this picture and basically go onto the Gladiator set and basically be like, "Who's this?" to Russell Crowe. "Who's this?" Oh no, go onto the set of A Good Year. That's a movie that he shot just before the Gladiator. He's really skinny in that. He's got like he's really skinny in that. Um, but yeah, just be like, "Who's this? Is that you?" It's gonna be. Aw. But yeah, like another like that's not fake. That's just him being fat. Like his face is a lot wider than when he was in Gladiator. It's just yeah. Anyway, oh my god. Also Daddy Brow. That's another Daddy Brow picture. Wow. Yeah, I can. Yeah, I can totally believe. So I caught a recent picture of Russell Crowe. Yep, I can totally believe that he's totally mellowed out now. Okay, he's Santa. He's playing Santa in something. Apparently, there's like an old western. Please say that he actually has mellowed out, because that would be nice to like Russell Crowe again. Really, I like it does really affect me, because I do actually kind of I watch interviews. If there's an actor that I feel like I want to fap to, then I will kind of look them up. I'll look up interviews and stuff and see if I can actually get a feel for them, and see what other people have said that have worked with them and everything, have said about them. And most of it is bullshit positivity stuff, but you can kind of read between the lines. There are some things that if like an actor is kind of like is a horrible person, but they have to say nice things about them in order to get their movie promoted. They'll say, and you can kind of like pick up on that. Whereas, yeah, whereas if somebody is actually like a genuinely nice person, then the other actors that work with them will actually be super positive about them. You know, I have got burnt though by this, because like I used to really like Joss Whedon because he did such good work. However, after Firefly, uh, he did something else, and I noticed that there was a weird subtle change in the way that people talked about him in interviews, and I was like, I don't want to not like Joss Whedon. Please don't do this. So yeah, um, but yeah, so there is kind of hope for Nick Frost. It's just that it's not looking good, because Nick Frost comes from Romford, and I hate that place, and a lot of people that live there. So yeah, you don't get it. You don't get it if you've never been to Romford. A lot of you have never been to Romford. Yeah, I don't like him in Stranger Things. I've seen pictures of him in Stranger Things, and everyone's like, "Oh, he's so hot in Stranger Things," and I don't get it. I don't get it. Wasn't he Hellboy? Was that him too? When he tried to be Hellboy, was that him? I didn't really like him in that either. I kind of like a lot. I may have a couple of pictures of him in a certain red leather outfit um, on my computer, but that's it. That's all the pictures I've got of him. I mean, might have of him. But yeah, we're talking about the guy from Stranger Things. In case anybody's watching this on playback and is all confused. Anyway, yeah. So I do that because I don't like to be just interested in an actor for the character that they play, and that's one of the reasons why I can't really like Nick Frost. If I'm interested in like an actor or somebody that I've seen, even a picture of and stuff like that, I like to be interested in their personality and stuff, because rarely looks only part of it. They're a very very small part of my attraction. You know, I can use them in fantasies and stuff, but that doesn't really help. Like, doesn't really help me connect. Um, so yeah, I like to know more about somebody before I fully commit to wanting to hang out with them, in the very least. Is everyone gone? Is that what happened? Itchy, did you fuck off? Oh, did I bore you? Is that it? I really do want to go film something. I don't want this to be a complete waste of creative time. If anybody's got any like short ideas, then shoot them at me. Anybody want to see me do anything like in a short movie? Oh, stop it. I'm at the very least going to have to go because I need to go eat foods. I kind of want cereal, but I don't think we have cereal. Unless Damon was super cool and nice to me, I don't think we have cereal. I kind of want cereal. Oh no, that's what I do want. I want milk and cookies. I really do feel the Santa fever hitting me hard. Like way earlier than it usually does. Oh my god, I am wearing Santa colors. I've got red, black, and white. Can I just be Santa already? That'd be great. My beard grew back like really quickly. That's actually surprising. Maybe it is really Santa fever. What about my beard hair? I mean, I can see it on the preview. Oh, it does show up. See that? See the white hairs. Oh, what do you think? Like another couple years, and then I'll be fully Santa, right? Did I break my chat? Is that what's happening? Can you guys still hear me? Did I break my chat? Is that what's happening? Oh no, I can still hear me. Weird. Wonder where everybody went. Well, I'm going to do a spider check and then I'm going to leave. So if anybody has anything they want to ask me or say to me, now is the time. Oh, I hit the wrong. It was the wrong side of the little device. Doesn't this look like an Iron Man repulsor thing? Like if I had it in my hand. I feel like they kind of just modified one of these things into a on-screen prop to look like one of those. Just a quick scan for the spider because I cannot have that thing living in my office. I really want to check behind there because there is a already existing spider that lives there. I don't want her to be eaten because she's a good spider. That would suck if it's under my desk. I cannot breathe. Oh my god. Sorry, there's just so many spider webs just right there. No, that's where that went. Okay. I can breathe again. Oh, you're back. There's people now that I'm leaving. That's not cool. Where were you before? Huh? I'm doing a spider check because I have to do this like every 4 hours or so. Because I really want to find that fucking spider that managed to get away. If you're behind the screen, I'm going to be really disappointed. Nope. Well, I was kind of hoping it was. Even though I would have been disappointed. It needs to die, okay? It's a daddy long-legged bad boy spider. Nope. That's lame. That's super lame. Co-streaming. What? Well, I was talking to Itchy, but then Itchy fucked off. Or something. I don't know exactly what Itchy's story is. You couldn't have been consumed by consumption already. I mean, that's not possible. So I'm not super worried, but at the same time, I hate when Itchy does that. You can't just use the Irish goodbye, dude. You can't. Only we can do that. Yes, oh, that Itchy. Anyway, yeah, I was leaving. I'll film something. I don't know. I'm gonna go film something, and then I'm gonna go eat something. Hopefully, I've got cereals because I really fancy cereals or like or milk and cookies, but we don't have milk and cookies. Do you know how I know we don't have milk and cookies? Because I ate all the milk and cookies. I did that already. But yeah, I know it's like 4:30 a.m. and I'm technically having dinner. Whatever. My life rocks. So I just know the spider's going to jump scare me. I know it's going to do that. It's hiding somewhere, really obvious, just waiting for me to be comfortable or like working or something, and it's just going to go boop, and I'm just going to like I'm going to punch it through my screen or something. I don't know. Something bad will happen. I've got a bad feeling about the stupid spider. Anyway, belly rubs and belly salute. I will figure out what to film. And you guys, I do it myself. That was a weird fart. That was a very weird fart. Oh my god, there's a dead fly. Just by itself on my windowsill, just like nothing else around it. It's just dead. Because I killed it probably with the salt gun. So yeah. Anyway, yeah. I'll probably be back tomorrow, and I'll probably actually do the LiveTubs weekly thing. But yeah. Go watch the videos. Let me know what you think of them. I'm kind of like I kind of want input on how they look and stuff. Also, I kind of want praise for the orc one because I really like the way that the orc one looks, especially just the head-on shots. I think they look pretty good. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, toodles. Bye. Tomorrow, maybe, whatever. Cereals. Also, I need to pee.